Hey everyone, welcome back to The Aging Antidote, the place where we dive deep into the science of aging and how to keep our minds and bodies sharp as we grow older. If you're looking for ways to live a longer, healthier life, you're in the right place. But today, we're going to talk about something that's on everyone's mind: dementia. Specifically, how some of the foods we eat might be silently contributing to cognitive decline. Now, I know no one wants to hear that the foods we love could be affecting our brain health. But the truth is, the modern diet can sometimes work against us. So in today's video, I'm going to share 5 common foods that could be putting you at risk for dementia, and what you can eat instead to protect your mind and enhance your brain function. Before we jump in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Let's get started. Processed foods. First up, let's talk about processed foods. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to reach for a bag of chips, a ready-made frozen meal, or a snack that's pre-packaged and ready to go. While these foods are certainly convenient, the problem lies in their ingredients. Most processed foods are loaded with artificial chemicals, preservatives, and added sugars, none of which are good for your brain. Recent studies have shown that a diet rich in processed foods can increase the risk of developing cognitive decline and dementia. Why is this the case? Well, many processed foods contain high levels of unhealthy fats, which can contribute to oxidative stress in the brain. This oxidative stress accelerates the aging of brain cells and triggers inflammation, which has been linked to neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's. Additionally, processed foods often contain trans fats and high levels of sodium, both of which are known to be harmful to brain health. What makes it even more concerning is the fact that many processed foods have a high glycemic index, meaning they cause blood sugar spikes that can lead to further inflammation and insulin resistance. Over time, this can contribute to memory loss and impaired cognitive function. Plus, the addictive nature of sugar and processed ingredients means you may be unintentionally overeating these foods. Instead of grabbing those processed snacks, try replacing them with whole, nutrient-dense foods. Fresh fruits and vegetables are excellent brain boosters, especially leafy greens like spinach, kale, and broccoli. These foods are rich in antioxidants that fight inflammation and oxidative damage, protecting your brain cells from harm. Whole grains like quinoa, oats, and brown rice are also great options. They're full of fiber and essential nutrients that fuel your brain and support long-term cognitive health. Incorporating lean proteins, such as fish or chicken, can further benefit your brain. Fatty fish, especially, are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are crucial for maintaining the structure and function of brain cells. So, next time you're tempted to grab a processed snack, consider reaching for a piece of fruit or a handful of nuts instead. Your brain will thank you for it. 2. Sugar. Next on the list is sugar. I know it's tough to hear, but sugar is a major culprit in the battle against brain health. While it might give you a quick energy boost, consuming too much sugar can have long-term detrimental effects on your cognitive function. Excessive sugar intake leads to insulin resistance, a condition where the body becomes less effective at using insulin. This results in higher blood sugar levels, which can trigger inflammation in the brain and cause damage to brain cells. Furthermore, research has shown that high sugar consumption can increase the formation of amyloid plaques in the brain. These plaques are a hallmark of Alzheimer's disease, a neurodegenerative condition that affects millions of people worldwide. Studies have also linked high sugar intake to memory problems, slower brain function, and even an increased risk of developing dementia. But it's not just the sugar you might be consuming directly. Many processed foods and beverages are loaded with hidden sugars, making it easy to exceed your recommended daily intake without even realizing it. This constant sugar overload can leave your brain vulnerable to the damaging effects of chronic inflammation. The good news is that you don't have to cut out sweetness entirely. Instead of sugary snacks and beverages, try incorporating natural sweeteners that provide health benefits. Fruits, especially berries, apples, and oranges, are naturally sweet and packed with antioxidants that protect the brain from oxidative damage. They also have a lower glycemic index, meaning they won't cause a sharp spike in blood sugar levels. If you still need a sweet fix, dark chocolate is a fantastic alternative. Rich in flavonoids, dark chocolate has been shown to improve blood flow to the brain, which can help enhance cognitive function and protect against neurodegenerative diseases. Just be sure to choose chocolate with at least 70% cocoa to maximize the health benefits. By replacing sugar with natural, nutrient-dense foods, you can satisfy your sweet tooth while supporting your brain health at the same time. Contribute to oxidative stress in the brain. This oxidative stress accelerates the aging of brain cells and triggers inflammation, which has been linked to neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's. Additionally, processed foods often contain trans fats and high levels of sodium, both of which are known to be harmful to brain health. What makes it even more concerning is the fact that many processed foods have a high glycemic index, meaning they cause blood sugar spikes that can lead to further inflammation and insulin resistance. Over time, this can contribute to memory loss and impaired cognitive function. Plus, the addictive nature of sugar and processed ingredients means you may be unintentionally overeating these foods. Instead of grabbing those processed snacks, try replacing them with whole, nutrient-dense foods. Fresh fruits and vegetables are excellent brain boosters, especially leafy greens like spinach, kale, and broccoli. These foods are rich in antioxidants that fight inflammation and oxidative damage, protecting your brain cells from harm. Whole grains like quinoa, oats, and brown rice are also great options. They're full of fiber and essential nutrients that fuel your brain and support long-term cognitive health. Incorporating lean proteins, such as fish or chicken, can further benefit your brain. Fatty fish, especially, are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are crucial for maintaining the structure and function of brain cells. So, next time you're tempted to grab a processed snack, consider reaching for a piece of fruit or a handful of nuts instead. Your brain will thank you for it. Trans fats now. Let's talk about trans fats. Those nasty fats found in many processed and fried foods, baked goods, and even some spreads like margarine. Trans fats are artificially created by adding hydrogen to liquid oils to make them more solid. These fats can raise your bad LDL cholesterol levels, while lowering your good HDL cholesterol levels, which leads to an increased risk of heart disease and stroke. But the impact doesn't stop there. It can also wreak havoc on your brain. Trans fats contribute to inflammation throughout your body, including the brain. Chronic inflammation in the brain can impair cognitive function and is a known risk factor for dementia. Studies have shown that a diet high in trans fats can lead to memory loss, decreased cognitive function, and an increased risk of Alzheimer's disease. Trans fats have also been shown to interfere with the brain's ability to clear out toxic proteins, a process that's essential for preventing cognitive decline. Without this process functioning properly, these proteins can accumulate in the brain, contributing to the development of dementia. So, what's the solution? The good news is that there are plenty of healthier fat options out there. Healthy fats, such as those found in avocados, olive oil, and nuts, are rich in monounsaturated fats, which are beneficial for both heart and brain health. These healthy fats help reduce inflammation and improve blood circulation to the brain, supporting optimal cognitive function. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel, are also great for your brain. Omega-3s help reduce inflammation, promote brain cell communication, and protect against cognitive decline. If you're vegetarian or vegan, flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts are excellent plant-based sources of omega-3s. Switching to healthy fats can make a world of difference in how your brain functions over time. So, skip the trans fats and opt for these nourishing, brain-boosting fats instead. 4. Refined carbohydrates. Refined carbohydrates are another major contributor to cognitive decline. Foods like white bread, pastries, pasta, and sugary cereals fall into this category. Refined carbs are processed and stripped of their natural fiber, leaving them with a high glycemic index. This means they're digested quickly by the body, causing blood sugar levels to spike and then crash. This roller coaster effect on blood sugar can lead to inflammation and damage in the brain over time. Research has shown that a diet high in refined carbs can impair memory and learning abilities. In fact, people who consume more refined carbs tend to have a greater risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. The reason is that these carbs cause a rapid increase in blood sugar, which in turn leads to the accumulation of beta-amyloid plaques, a key contributor to the onset of dementia. The impact of refined carbs doesn't just affect your brain. These foods can also contribute to insulin resistance, a major risk factor for developing Alzheimer's disease. Over time, this can make it harder for your brain to process glucose, which is its primary source of energy, resulting in brain fog and cognitive decline. Instead of refined carbs, make the switch to whole grains and complex carbohydrates. Foods like quinoa, brown rice, sweet potatoes, and whole wheat bread are full of fiber and nutrients that are digested slowly, providing a steady release of energy to your brain. These complex carbs also help regulate blood sugar levels and reduce the risk of cognitive decline. Not only are these alternatives better for your brain, but they also promote overall health by supporting heart function and stabilizing blood. Sugar. So ditch the white bread and pasta and opt for a more nourishing, brain-friendly carbohydrate option. 5. Artificial sweeteners. Lastly, let's talk about artificial sweeteners. These sugar substitutes, often found in diet sodas and sugar-free snacks, may seem like a healthy choice, but the reality is they can have a negative impact on your brain. Some studies suggest that artificial sweeteners like aspartame and sucralose can interfere with the brain's ability to process sweetness, leading to changes in appetite regulation and mood. But more concerning is the potential link between artificial sweeteners and neurodegenerative diseases. Research has suggested that long-term consumption of artificial sweeteners could affect brain chemistry and increase the risk of developing conditions like dementia. In fact, some animal studies have shown that high doses of artificial sweeteners can damage brain cells, impair memory, and alter neural function. It's important to note that not all artificial sweeteners are created equal, and while some may be less harmful than others, there are still potential risks when consumed in large quantities. The bottom line is that artificial sweeteners should not be relied on as your go-to for sweetness. Instead of reaching for those artificial sweeteners, try natural alternatives like honey or stevia. These natural sweeteners are much less likely to disrupt your brain chemistry and can provide a healthier, more satisfying sweetness without the negative effects. Honey, for instance, is packed with antioxidants, while stevia has been shown to have a minimal impact on blood sugar levels. So there you have it, 5 foods that could be contributing to dementia and some simple healthy swaps that will not only taste great but keep your brain sharp for years to come. It's never too late to start making these changes, and your brain will thank you for it. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. And, as always, feel free to leave any questions or comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, take care of yourselves, keep your minds active, and remember to stay healthy and age gracefully. See you in the next video.